Hi everyone, Marie here from Beyond Opinions. Today's video is my January wrap-up. This is video 2. I have 17 books, so I'm not going to go into detail about most of these. I think from now on, I'm probably going to do a weekly wrap-up instead of a monthly wrap-up or even a bi-monthly wrap-up. I didn't realize how many books that I actually read. I didn't actually think I was reading a lot of books until I looked at Goodreads and realized, wow, I think a total of 28 books through the entire month of January. I did read a lot of graphic novels, so I think that cut it down to 16 books in the month of January that were not graphic novels. So the first few books that I have were advanced reader copies from NetGalley. The first one is 10 Reasons You Feel Old and Get Fat and How You Can Stay Young and Slim and Happy. It was a mouthful. And I gave this book a 4 out of 5. The second book is The Brain Fog, and I gave this book a 4 out of 5. The next is a graphic novel called The Grumpy Cat, Volume 1. I gave this a 3 out of 5. I thought it was cute, but it reminded me really of Garfield comics that I grew up with. The next one also was a graphic novel, which was Starve, Volume 1. Starve was based on a reality show, a cooking reality show. I really liked the storyline, and I think that's why I kept reading it. I did not like the graphics at all, and I did find it a bit hard. I gave it a 3 to 5, and I only gave it that really because of the story. I really liked the story. It went through the episodes of what a reality show would have been for cooking, and you had to do certain things, and then there was other events and other obstacles that got thrown in the mix of all of it all. So it was a great story. I just didn't like the artwork. Then I read City of Blass by Cassandra Clare. This is a reread for me. I never did read the last book in the Mortal Instruments series, so I'm starting to reread the old books so I can get this series completely done. And I gave this book a 4 out of 5. I read Killing Sarai, which is the first book in the series in the Company of Killers. I'm reading this series for a read-along, and so far for this month, for the month of January, we read Killing Sarai and Reviving Izabel. Killing Sarai I gave a 5 out of 5. Reviving Izabel I gave a 4 out of 5. I still love the story, but the first one I just couldn't put down. I devoured the book. It's not a typical book that I normally would read. It's I would call it a thriller suspense novel. There is a little bit of romance in it, but not much, and there is some erotica in it, but it all fits in there. It's not erotica book. It really is that mystery suspense. It starts off with a girl that has been trapped into sex slavery, and she escapes in an assassin's car, and then from there out, it's just a page turner. Then I read Illuminae. I gave this book a 4 to 5 stars. I started off with a 3 out of 5 stars. The book just weighed on me and weighed on me and weighed on me. I eventually did change it to a 4 to 5 stars. I did a full review on why I felt this way, and I will link that link below. Then there was Zoo, the graphic novel, and I gave this a 2 to 5 star. I did not like the graphics so much, and I did not like the story. I mean, I watched Zoo, the TV show. I've never read the book by James Patterson, but I have watched the show, and I didn't expect it to be exactly like that. There was parts that just didn't even make sense to me. I didn't enjoy it, and I was just bored out of my mind. Then I read Scarlet, and I gave this one a 4 out of 5. I didn't like this one as much as Cinder, but I still really enjoyed it, and I will be definitely reading the next one. Then there was Gotham Academy, Volume 1. I really enjoyed this graphic novel. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a great take on Gotham City, and I can't wait to read the next one. The next graphic novel that I read was The Walking Dead, Volume 1. I gave this a 5 out of 5. I would have to say I probably gave it a 5 out of 5 at a biased. I really love The Walking Dead. I love everything The Walking Dead, and I didn't find any flaws here, but I'm pretty biased when it comes to The Walking Dead. I also read Saga Volume 2, 3, and 4, and I gave all of them a 5 out of 5. I love that series. I think I read them I read so many this month just because I love them so much. It's just I had to keep going. Not everybody likes it, but it is a very popular series. It does have sexual content, so if you're not into something like that, then you probably won't like this. I read Truthwitch and gave a 4 to 5 stars. This was also one of those other books that I started off with a 3 out of 5 star, and then I moved it up to a 4 to 5 star. I really had a hard time. Like, it took me half of the book to get into it, but the second half was wonderful. I don't know what it is with books that it takes so long to get into them. I feel like I'm wasting my time, and if I don't push myself through like everybody else, then I don't feel like I probably wouldn't even have finished it. But because of the hype around the books that take so long, that's why I push myself further. I think maybe my expectations are too high because of the hype, and I end up not liking the book as much. But this book is great storyline, different storyline. It's about truth witches and thread witches and air witches and fire witches. Like, it's got a great female friendship, which I really enjoy. I don't see that in a lot of books. So yeah, I gave this one a 4 to 5 star in the end, after it weighed on me for a while. And finally, I listened to Catching Fire on audiobook. I gave this a 4 to 5 star. I have read The Hunger Games, but after that one, I just never read the rest, and I'm not sure why, so I figured it was time to start that. So I did listen to Catching Fire on audiobook, and I have recently started Mockingjay on audiobook, so that one will be in my February wrap-up. So that is my January wrap-up. I'm sorry it's a little longer than what I wanted it to be. So from now on, I will be doing weekly wrap-ups, especially if I notice that I am reading a little more books. If I have only read one, then I probably will wait and not do a weekly wrap-up. But I would like to spend a little more time talking about the book, so doing it this way is just not really working for me. So like and subscribe to my channel, and I will also leave all my links down below for my social media that you can follow me. I'm on Twitter and Instagram, and you can also follow my Goodreads. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!